So what's up, guys? Welcome back. This is your boy again, AdamsLink. How you guys doing? Welcome to another crazy video. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you guys are watching this video from. I hope you guys are very much doing okay. And this is the second day of Ramadan. So to all my fellow Muslim brothers and sisters out there, Ramadan Kareem. So firstly, I want to apologize. I did this live yesterday, and of course, I apologize over my remark on Peter Obi's petition against Tinubu and INEC. And honestly, I didn't read the whole petition, like I've said before, and I just read few of it. Then I just ignorantly concluded that that petition was weak. But after I took the time, like my friend from Dubai called me and said, Adamslink, you really need to read that petition, read it well, like 100 petitions. And I really need to read it. Then I took time, I read it, and honestly, I can say, okay, they have a really, really strong stand here. So I want to apologize again, and I'm sorry. So that said, the reason why that I feel like I was so emotional about that remark was because, just like many of you guys, I want him to succeed. You know, so much is expected of him. So much is expected of him. So I was kind of like frustrated knowing that, okay, when it comes to the drug allegation and the election violence and all those things, I know for a fact all those things cannot stand. I wanted to hear beavers. I wanted to hear, okay, there are some documents they have that can prove that they actually won the election. And honestly, I saw beavers, I saw the other stuff, and I think they are good to go. And meanwhile, I want to make this clear. This is not directly from me. This is according to the media and what is being passed out there about Nigeria Chief of Justice in London secretly meeting with Tinubu. We're still going to talk about our versus Kiyamo as petition DSS to arrest Peter Obi, and also Fayose and his remark on Nigeria politics. We still going to come there, guys. But firstly, let's talk about Chief Justice of Nigeria in London with Tinubu secretly meeting. Let me make this clear, guys. I am not the one that is making these allegations, and it's not directly from me. It's out there. Because you know why I'm making that clear? After all, there was this guy, people are being arrested now for just merely speaking their mind. They are being arrested, and meanwhile, we have police officers who assisted in rigging the election. Police officers who were seen carrying election materials, and talks who their face are out there, who attacked other people. They are not being arrested. And meanwhile, we have someone like Oluoma, all those people who make direct threats. They're not being arrested. But, you know, anything can happen anyway. So I'm just making that clear. This one is not directly for me, you know. Those people are very, very quick to arrest anybody nowadays. And before you can say, Jack, if Nigerians do not come to your rescue, if Nigerians do not come to your rescue, or maybe your matter be publicized, nobody will hear from you again. If your Nigeria do not come to your rescue, and your matter be publicized, nobody will come to your rescue. And meanwhile, here is the pictures, and I'm going to read a few of the headlines from that is a Chief Justice of Nigeria. Of course, you can see him on a wheelchair. Apparently, he's seriously ill, and is being transferred to London for medical care. And our able president-elect is also not in Nigeria. He traveled also to rest for the Ramadan. According to Badebo family said, the Chief of Justice of Nigeria, Honorable Minister Justice, must resign immediately. I called on the Nigeria Labour and the official PDP to pass a vote of no confidence on the Chief Justice of Nigeria and demand for immediate removal and resignation. It looks he looks and acts cunningly. Then, according to People Gazette, it said, Chief Justice of Nigeria, Erowola, disguised on wheelchair in London hotel for secret meeting with Bola Tinubu. Then David said the Chief Justice of Nigeria is secretly meeting with Bola Tinubu in London. But why is it in London? They can easily do a secret meeting here in Nigeria and nobody will find out now. Don't you think so? They can also do a secret meeting here in Nigeria. If they wanted to do that meeting here in Nigeria, nobody will know if they are saying or if they are doing anything. I do not know, but why go to London? Why do they always have to go to London? Why London? Why? Why London, guys? Well, whatever they are discussing, if indeed they are there, but however, Tinubu's camp has, of course, denied it. They said they are not in any meeting with anyone at all. And meanwhile, let's talk about the petition by Festus Keyamo, the current minister. Well, Keyamo recently raised SSS, called for arrest of Obi, Baba Ahmed for inciting insurrection against Tinubu. Of course, that's the petition, guys. I doubt if it's going to hold. He said, earlier today, I submitted a petition to the Department of State Service, DSS, against Mr. Peter Obi and Dante Baba Ahmed to rein them in for their conduct and utterances which border on incitement and treasonable felony. A call for peace and national healing does not amount to weakness. But they said they should go to court now. Meanwhile, you see Reno said we double dare DSS to go ahead and arrest Peter Obi. You know, Kanayo said something the other day. He said Peter Obi will be arrested soon. That is the next game to get Peter Obi arrested. Well, you know, everyone can come up with their own assumptions. Anyone can come up with their own logical theories concerning this whole thing. But whatever will play out will definitely play out. I do not think anybody going to arrest Peter Obi anytime soon. I do not think so, because it's still within his fundamental human rights. It's still within his fundamental human right to go to court and also defend himself and also grant interview. After all, he told them, he said nobody should protest on his behalf, that there are due process to get it done. So why will you arrest someone who said nobody should come out to agitate on his behalf, that everybody should sit at home? Stay, do your normal work and go about your business, and meanwhile he's going to get his mandate. So how will you go out to arrest Oshman, who doesn't want quarrel or fight or whatsoever? But meanwhile, there is this interview with China's television, and I would really like to play it for you guys with China's television permission.
Take you to section 134. My guest yesterday was saying, if I just go there just for 1 second, to mention this, that it's important we mention to Nigerians that there has been no time where Labour Party has come up with alternative figures that they've got from polling unit to polling unit. That is very important before we delve into section 134. That it is important to say that every party has polling agents in every unit. And so you must have obtained your own alternative figures different from what was obtained. So all of these claims that were rigged, that's important I mention that. That we don't finish the program without mentioning that to Nigerians, that the basis for all of this agitation is not even there at all. There have been no alternative figures they have brought to Nigerians that is not party, you have your own figures now. Absolutely. Because the PDP yesterday, they have the figures. Yes. The Labour Party, yesterday, on this program said they had their figures. In fact, the PDP said they won by more than 4 million votes. No, that is comedy of the century. It's comedy. When you say 4 million, where did you get it from? Where are your calculation? 4 million of their votes was not reflected. I just read the news just now about PDP. It has been crumbed. It's just like the case of PDP was that everybody saw the accident that was waiting to happen, but they did not see that accident. It was an accident waiting to happen. Turned into straight into 3. Even the small one that was left was also further depleted by G5. How did you expect to win? So for Labour Party, coming back to Labour Party, they just come up, like Dati Ahmed said yesterday, all they have done since, like the PDP has done to just manufacture a figure that we won by this, is to just manufacture big emotive words to sway everybody to say the election was a sham, it's a disgrace, it's a disaster. These are just emotive words without tying them to factual evidence. And nobody is bought by all that again. What they just want to do, Dati Ahmed and the Obi, is to pose as some kind of Rambo that have come to save Nigeria. That's what they are doing. But they are Rambo. They have been designed, so they are determined to do anything, either unethical or not to do to save Nigeria. They are posed as Rambos. They said that they are cunning lying machines. They have said, the Labour Party said, they know that they won this election and with a better margin, and that they have their evidence and they are going to court to prove it. We are very happy with that. We are happy. It's because I'm in cabinet now that you will not see me appear on the first day in court. But after May 29, on May 30th, you will see me. I'm working with the team. You will see me in court. The law is against by putting on my wig now as I'm cabinet, but I'm working with the team. So on May 30th, you are going to see me in my wig and gown in court. So I know the facts we have. I'm not going to reveal everything. And I'm very sure that I know the facts we have. You have seen the petitions, you've been seeing reactions. Of course. Not only the election mattered, and in fact, there are matters that have been raised bordering on the capacity and the qualification of your candidate to even run for office in the first place. I don't want to impugn the judiciary here, even though I would have used the word laughable. But it is important for me as a senior lawyer not to ridicule the judiciary. But at the end of the day, like I said, I tweeted a few days ago, I said, I'm excited about this petition. Why am I excited? Because those issues we shouted and tried to explain to Nigerians during the elections, that these things were useless allegations, you will hear from the judiciary, you will hear from their law lords loud and clear now when they give their judgment. And call me back. Keep this tape. Call me back after the judgment has been given. We all know law. We all know the law. Even the opposite side, they know too. Some of them have got the same vessels now. We just do our work. They told me, are you predetermining what will come out? No, I'm not talking. I say that's why I said I will not impugn on them. But call me back after the judgment and say those simple issues we have tried and tried to explain Nigeria, they will be exposed. And I'm excited these things have been brought to their face. So
the thing I actually picked from there is that some of Peter Obi's team are calling him to tell him that, see, we are just doing our job, but we know see all those things will fly. Well, I think it might be just over exaggerating when it comes to that statement. But, like, nobody should be hungry. See, I do not even think APC should be granting any interview whatsoever. They are sure they won the election. Allow those people who are agitated to agitate. And meanwhile, do not, okay, why are you now asking DSS to arrest, to get Peter Obi arrested? Why? Because he's going about doing his fundamental human rights. Why? You guys said go to court. President Buhari said go to court. If you think that you won and the election is going the other way, go to court. And meanwhile, let's talk about Fayose, who is very, very much outspoken, and the former governor has been even be suspended from a PDP by INEC, who is the PDP chairman. So he has something to say about Peter Obi. First he said the election wasn't rigged. No, he said the election were rigged, as they have always been. And he also said there's nothing you can do because it's There's nothing you can do about it because the game is the game. Say INEC did well. It's cash out season. After rigging, it becomes God gift. Let me see to you guys.
One Nigerian that I am going to tell you my feelings without looking at your face. You might not like my opinion about things, but I'm going to just let you know this is my opinion, and it remains. Let me tell you, nothing has changed in Nigeria since I grew to know Nigeria and Nigerians and the political evolution. We had an issue in 1979. Chief Obafemi Awolowo went to court. In 1984, before Buhari took over, Chief Obafemi Awolowo and others went to court. And when we came to this new day democracy in 1999, we've always gone to court. The system is sick. We are all involved. We are all guilty. And we need to sit back. I am only telling you, let me start one quickly before I end up with the judiciary. I absolutely believe in the judiciary that they will do justice. But let me say to you, none of the contestants, none of them did not do one wrong thing or the other. And the system does not limit or give the whole of the actions to INEC. INEC is just one party of all the parties to this old issue on ground. INEC does not carry gun, does not have powers to do certain things other than to ensure a free and credible election, fair and credible election. The police has a role to play, the military has a role to play, and largely the politicians. We are just about getting to the judiciary. May I say to you that our leaders are products of what we make out ourselves. When you give money, vote buying, who receives the money? The people. When you give police money, who gives the money? Who receives the money? The police, not the giver. When you give, now we are in the stage of the lawyers. They will all begin to charge big money because it is a cash out time for all of them. Majority of people that were supposed to say, I'm not going to court, the lawyer will tell you, go to court, or because of what they want to make. So nobody come and tell me anything has changed. In the north, we saw what happened in a number of states. People, when they begin to talk about Lagos, I get angry. I am not saying things went well in Lagos. It was like that all over. It was expected. Nobody should come and tell me what happened in Northwest, Northeast. Let me tell you the presidential election. Asiwaju lost in Lagos. Atiku won in Adamawa. Asiwaju in Lagos, his base, he lost. Some G5 governors, we just saw Alex Oti now. Congratulations, Alex Oti. And let me equally congratulate Epeasu, the current governor of the state. Part of our duty is to concede defeat where necessary. And I want to say to you, most of the things that happened in Lagos happened everywhere. So don't let us single out Lagos, Kano, Kaduna. We were still in same attitude as in 1979. Nothing has changed. Recall when you saw the PDP chairman and the Labour Party chairman sitting down together, what they could not do before the election. They now look for allies to create an impression that election was rigged. I disagree with them. The way you lay your bed, you sleep on it. Take the PDP, for example. Was the PDP expecting to win that election? The answer is no. We were badly fractured. We were badly fractured. The same set of people that betrayed the party at that time, it was a payback time. Majority of the leaders of the PDP were pregnant inside and had their stomach flat externally. They were all working against the party because they never believed in that process. So coming back to what they said, I stand by every letter credited to me. And what I was telling you is that we are in a race. You said to me that I didn't win the election. I said to you, you didn't win the election. Will I fold my arms and allow you to outwit me in the struggle for what I have suffered for? To me, that election, going by Nigerians' attitude, going by the behavioral components of everybody involved and stakeholders, INEC did well. INEC can't carry guns by themselves. INEC is not the one that gave money to security agencies. Majority of us politicians, we were desperate. When you see a sitting governor winning an election by 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, a sitting governor with the paraphernalia of office, with all resources, and you are telling me you won by 10,000, that should be a law. If you win an election by 10, 20, 30,000, as an incumbent, you must be declared a loser. When somebody who does not hold anything in the state comes up and wins an election against you, you have lost that election. So let me say to you, my position is this. Asiwaju won that election fair and square. All of them participated in whatever odd or the other you might claim. And what I said in the last interview that I granted was, they asked me if these people go to court, would they win at the court? Yes, it's possible. But let me tell you, nobody will hold me down. If I win an election, you want to take it from me? If get to the judiciary, if get lawyers, I'm going to do everything humanly possible to make sure that what God has given to me, nobody takes it away from me.
All right, Mr. Fayose.
Let's be completely honest, huh? Although, say, let's be realistic. Be realistic, yeah? That guy said everything. The man said the right thing, judging by the Nigerian system. And when he talks about the INEC do not bribe the police. Police, they collect their own bribe too. The army, they collect their own bribe too. Everyone is involved. I actually believe in. That is the system that we should change. The system is already there, but it's the system that we need to change. So our own attitude self. Let's be honest. How many Nigerians honestly want this country to change? How many? And you have to say that question. How many Nigerians honestly want this country to change? How many? Well, let me know exactly how you feel, and thank you very much for watching. Support the Adams Link. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Catch you next time. Peace. And stay tuned. We'll see how much more to discuss.